have people that could be potentially getting hurt or even killed without having safety regulations put into place.
New at 10, 2 men are facing charges tonight accused of organizing illegal boxing and mixed martial arts fights in the Valley.
The Arizona Department of Gaming going undercover to try to expose these fights. And now the investigators are releasing video of what they saw.
Team 12's Ryan Cody joins us here in Studio 12A. And Ryan, why is this such a problem in the fighting community?
Well, it's all about the integrity of the sport, but more so the safety of the fighters involved. Boxing and MMA are dangerous with doctors ringside. But without doctors ringside, these fighters are really risking their lives for a paycheck. Undercover investigators watch with cameras rolling at an illegal MMA fight in Glendale.
This is the future.
And in Mesa, kids roughly 8 years old, according to a report, boxing inside a cage as paying adults cheer them on.
So you have people that could be potentially getting hurt or even killed without having safety regulations put into place.
Francisco Meneses ordering the undercover investigation himself. He's the executive director of the Arizona Boxing and MMA Commission, which regulates pro fights.
We require insurance by the promoter for the fighters. We also require a paramedic and an ambulance to be present at every event, as well as a doctor must be present at every single event. These kind of safety standards were not being observed at all at these events.
2 men are now being accused of organizing these illegal fights. Roland Sarria and Todd Whitmoyer are facing 6 misdemeanor charges, possibly putting them in prison for up to 2 years.
One was the face of the organization. The other one worked in helping put fights together by matchmaking, as well as refereeing.
And neither doing much to keep the events a secret, accused of posting flyers like these all over the Valley. As dozens, including our undercover cops, paying to see someone knock out their opponent illegally.
He does regain consciousness pretty quickly, but it does show you the health and safety standards that are of concern of not having a medical person there.
Now, one well-known gym owner tells us off camera that there have been rumors about unsanctioned illegal fights for months now. He even saw that flyer outside his gym and constantly warns his kids and fighters to stay away from these schemes, or they might lose their amateur status without ever having a chance to compete at the college or Olympic level. Guys?
Okay, Ryan, thanks.